Hello everybody, my name is Courtney Dickens and I'm going to be talking about farmland loss. And farmland loss is a big issue to me personally because we lost our family farm a couple of years ago, and it wasn't due to development, but it was due to a personal reason, and there's all kinds of reasons why we lose land here in the U.S., and so I'm going to bring a little bit of attention to that today. Alright, so farmland loss in the U.S. So the American Farm Bureau Federation states that farmland decreased by 7% from 2017 to 2022 in all states except 5. And that is the most recent source. There has not been another one updated since then. And Texas was the largest state in losing farmland, and Texas lost 18,000 farms, around 18,000 farms in those years due to development. And then now, specifically in Tennessee, according to the Tennessean, in 2024, the most recent survey of Tennessee farmland was from 1997 to 2017, and there hasn't been a more recent survey released yet. And in those years, the state itself lost 1.1 million acres of farmland, and that means that we rank third nationally in farmland loss, which Davidson County was the leading county, and now Rutherford is coming in a close second. And so next we're going to talk about a way specifically here in Tennessee legislature that we we're trying to fix this problem here in our state specifically. And so just a couple of weeks ago it was passed, a bill was passed for $25 million to be set aside to preserve land here in Tennessee. And Bill Lee really pushed for this to happen because we're losing it so rapidly here in our state. And so it's a really big deal, and it's going to shed light more so to this problem, and so people can really understand that development is an issue here, especially in our state. And then here are some more ways that we can help more on the local level. So we can protect farmers trying. And what this means more specifically is those farmers in bigger states like Texas and California, where the push for organic farming is happening, it's so much more expensive, they lose a lot of money. And so this would be something set aside to protect them more so. Because that's in high demand in bigger cities, and it's so much more expensive to do. And then protection from catastrophic events. So in 2022, major weather events caused over $21 billion in crop losses. And so there is crop insurance. However, you have to be a really big farmer to be able to apply for this. So small farmers, basically, if droughts like we have here in Tennessee and lots of rain, because it seems like we never have just consistent weather here, it causes major crop upsets and losses. And so if you're not a huge farmer, then there's not really a way around it. You just lose your crop. And then access to conservation programs. So there are a few set aside, and in other states there's a little bit more that have a little bit more farming, but they're so hard to access that they're not really readily available for most farms. You have to be, once again, a super big farm in order to apply for these, or there's so many specific rules. And so there needs to be many ways that we can access these. Okay, and so to wrap it up, when you drive down the road and you see new subdivisions being built, or new stores, like a new Target or a new mall, land had to be lost in order to put that up. So you might think, hey, there's going to be a new mall accessible or a new store that I really want to go to, but some farmer at some point had to lose where their crops were planted. So it might be something that you think is nice when you have new stores pop up all around you, or a new house, maybe new subdivisions around you. However, it's something that I want to bring to your attention that it's not necessarily a good thing. It's something that we need to realize is actually hurting, especially the state here. I know Some of you are probably from some of those bigger cities, so this is probably something you're used to seeing. And so I just want to bring attention that that's not always a good thing. All right, here are my sources. And I just want to say thank you for listening from a farmer.